I say is alleged, my opinion, and for entertainment purposes only.
Hey everybody, I wanted to do a recap of the interview that Danielle Miller did with Color Me Pink. We all know that, when a new reality show comes on, you're going to have your standout characters or breakout stars, as they say. So for me, watching the show, Danielle and Morgan, they were the breakout stars for me. They stood out immediately because it just seems like the ladies kept ganging up on them, outside of Nikki, Megan, and Lindsay. And they stood 10 toes down for each other. Megan, I was familiar with her from Basketball Wives with the OGs, and she was always popping off and taking everything to offense and, fighting for herself, Neek, she gave me nice, because there's no way I would be comfortable with my boyfriend's ex moving 4 doors down from me in co-parenting situations. It seems like it was just done for TV, okay, in my opinion. Just send the children to the father for the summer, okay? Mackenzie, aka I call her the professional gangster, gave me, I'm about to show this woman, aka Danielle, I'll take your man and one up you and bring him on this doggone show. As I said in my reviews, girl, you getting the same man that Danielle had. It was giving thirsty. And then we got Ashley. She gives me that she thinks she's better than all the ladies, okay? And she throws a rock and hides her hand type of bitch is what she is. The villains, as she named herself. Then we got Milan. I call her messy ass Milan. I knew she was trouble from the basketball court scene, and she was talking about Ashley and her having women around the basketball players at her house. And she talked about a situation where Ashley brought some women to some event, and the basketball players who wasn't there with their wives, she had women set up for them. Then we got Nikki Nicole. At first I said that this is Ford's ex from Black Ink, but I wasn't sure because she looked a little different. But it was confirmed on the show, by her. The reason I thought this way is because they had her ex as some basketball player. She seems very neutral at this moment. But let me get on to this review. I feel like Danielle cleared some things up for me in this interview she did with Color Me Pink. I'm just going to pick some things that stood out for me. Let's start with... First, let me say that Color Me Pink did a great job in this interview. Okay, she asked the right questions, got some things out of Danielle, and it was wonderful. So let's talk about Danielle, Rashad, and Mackenzie situation. She says she found out a week before she started filming about Mackenzie. Another thing to note is that she was not a part of the doggone pilot. It's like they brought her in to complete Mackenzie's story, in my opinion, which gave me, they came up with the scheme to get Mackenzie to have a storyline. Okay, because if not, Mackenzie would have nothing. Some may say about Danielle, well, what's Danielle's storyline? And for me, she's rebuilding her life and self after leaving a no good F-boy. Okay, she plays basketball professionally, and she's learning how to co-parent with this F-boy. What did Mackenzie have going on? I'll wait. Okay. She also cleared up that Mackenzie been seeing Rashad, but tried to come on the show like they just started dating. So you was a side chick jump off for a long time to Rashad. Danielle got word from Minnesota that Mackenzie's been messing with Rashad for years. I was just glad to see Danielle's storyline pivot to her basketball and not arguing with the confessional gangster Mackenzie. Oh, she also cleared up that the sit down with Mackenzie, when she asked Mackenzie about being around her children, and Mackenzie smirked. But what got me was Danielle clearing up why she was so calm when Mackenzie was popping off as she was walking out. So she let it be known that she was in jeopardy of losing her job because she got into a few altercations. So the people from the network saved Mackenzie from getting a beat down, is what you're trying to say, okay? What else about Mackenzie that was cleared up by Danielle was that there was a leaked bio of the ladies the night before the show aired. And Mackenzie's storyline was her and Ashley had a secret about Mackenzie dating someone's man. Oh, that's just trifling. And in one of my reviews, I said Ashley and Mackenzie, it feels like this was all a setup when it came to Danielle. The other thing she cleared up was Neek and Milan. When Neek found out that Milan was telling her business when they were at the cancer event, and Neek chose to forgive her, because I didn't understand that part, okay? I myself would have went off. So we find out that Neek left the party with Milan's ex-boyfriend, and Milan was passed out drunk. Milan ended up selling the story to the tabloids or the bloggers, and it was this whole thing about Neek on the internet, and Neek forgave her. Ciao. I didn't really know who Neek was. I heard she's a big YouTuber, but I still don't know who she is. I ain't seen her channel. I ain't did nothing yet. I'm gonna look it up to see. Danielle said that Milan knows too much of Neek's tea, and that it's the situation where you keep your friends close but your enemies closer. Basically, Milan got Neek in a chokehold, and then she lets us know that thing with Neek and Mackenzie is fake for the cameras, the whole co-parenting thing. Then we find out that Neek and Dwayne are not even together anymore. Listen, I was saying, you all co-parent? How? And Mackenzie can't co-parent if it don't involve the father. That's just so. The whole thing with the pilot, Danielle was not a part of the pilot, but was put on along with Megan and Nick and Nicole. You know, they got rid of a few other ladies. So Danielle is questioning if Morgan knew about Mackenzie before she got there. Listen, the way Morgan is acting, especially in this last episode, it all sounds like a setup to me, including Ashley being a part of it, okay? Supposedly Morgan's arch nemesis, okay? The way Morgan ignored was odd, especially since Danielle was your best friend for 7 years. As I said in my reviews, you would have texted her back to say you was going through something if you was her best friend. Danielle, it all sounds like a play to me, and you was the pawn in the game of chess, okay? I like Danielle even more now after this interview. I think they wanted to use Danielle. I think they wanted to use Danielle popping off to make her look like, you know, she was unhinged. But for me, I didn't see it that way. And the fact that Morgan did not give Danielle the benefit of the doubt and made me give her a side eye, and the fact that Morgan wasn't there for her while she going through her legal battles with her baby daddy had me side-eyeing her too. Morgan knew ahead of time that Danielle was going to Ashley's event. So that part right there where Morgan is in her confessionals like, you know, Danielle's going to Danielle's going to Ashley's event, it doesn't sit well with me. But we come to find out that y'all was partying the day before, the whole night, and you knew before Danielle that she was going to Ashley's event. And that's just whack as hell. Kudos to Color Me Pink. It was a great interview. It made things make sense because the shift on the show just did not make sense to me at all. And the last thing that, you know, Danielle let us know is that Milan was living with Ashley while they was taping this pilot. So the thing about the women being in the house and her having a brothel, okay, maybe they exaggerated about her having a brothel, but we found out that she do keep those type of women around to be around those basketball players. And we also found out that Danielle and Milan were not at Lindsay's baby shower because they got into an altercation. Child, it's just a drama. But I wanted to drop this before we watch this last episode, the finale of Basketball Wives Orlando, because for me, Danielle cleared some things up because a lot of things just wasn't making sense. Oh, and another thing she said was Milan would call everybody to find out what was talked about. So it kind of messed up the storylines for everybody. And the producers was kind of irritated with her ass. Anyway, guys, like, comment, and subscribe. Hit that notification bell so you know when my next video comes out. Oh, this show is proving to be dramatic and I love it. This is what reality TV is about. But some of these ladies ain't being real about their reality. Okay? See you guys in the next video. Peace.